Alrighty, how's it going, folks? We're getting ready to hop into game or round two, group two for the national qualifiers for Spain. We got General Sanchez, Tropical, Biquete 070, and Django Navarro. We also have a bot just so we could make the game fire. None of these players had the map for the settings. All right, so the game is away. Oh geez, I actually need to be sharing my screen so you guys can see it, don't I? Why is it not showing up as an option? Holy smokes. Okay, so I have that, but I want it here. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. Wait, it's this one. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me turn up this. All right, we got gee whiz, I got more stuff I gotta fix. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we have Chadbot in the first seat. Then we have Tropical in the second seat. He's the white player. Then we got Purple Piquete in the third seat. Then we got Django Navarro, the red player, in the fourth seat. And last but not least, we have General Sanchez, the black player, in the fifth and final seat. Alrighty, let me see. I got one thing to do off on my other monitor screen here, right quick. And yeah, I'm trying to. Chad did me a favor by firing this lobby, and I'm trying to do a favor for him by pinging him in a group thread, but this group thread is just gone. I cannot find it. No idea what happened to this. That is so weird. Okay. Chad, I'm very sorry. I wish I could help you with pinging you in there. Uh, I'm unable to. All right. So what is going on in this game here? Let's get focused back into this here. So we see Sanchez has taken a bonus. Django has taken a bonus. Sanchez is going to go ahead and grab the other bonus that's back there. Tropical and Paqueta going no bonus. Okay. Sanchez not going to be able to guard both points of his pocket. We'll see if interesting. He's guarding the one that's a little bit less valuable. I'm surprised I use. You know what that probably was, Felice? That was probably me spelling it wrong or conjugating it wrong, as opposed to using slang. Actually, no. I'm just that well versed in Spanish that I can use all the different types of slang. All right, Tropical takes the Oregon bonus and decides to completely remove Django from behind him. Holy smokes. Red not going to get along with Tropical very much after that move. That was a slam and a half. Tropical on +6, I believe, if he's... No, +5, excuse me, if he's able to hold both of those. I think that's unlikely. We see the red player on a 2 on a portal. That's going to portal over to White's unguarded 1 in Oregon, surely. Felice, Chad and I are trying to find the thread for the USA Group 7. It's the group that Crackle's in. But for whatever reason, it doesn't show up for him or me when we look at the threads. And what's really weird is it did show up like a little bit ago. Like I was in there like an hour ago. But now I can't find it. It's bizarre. Anyway, we see the breaks, double break from Piquete. Decides to break both Oregon of Tropicals and Mid-Atlantic from Sanchez. Which thread? It's USA round 2, group 7. Just if you happen to find it, just ping XC dude into there, please and thank you. Yeah, I see USA group 2, group 8, group 11. That's so weird. Okay. All right, Sanchez decides to retake, but is not guarding. Chadbot removes a white 3. So white, Tropical, having to deal with a bot on his border, even if he does retake this. Doesn't seem entirely sure how he should deal with it, but is at least able to hold on to Alaska. Or at least he hopes. Hey, there we go. Thanks, Felice. Appreciate it. It's so weird how it just straight up wasn't in my search for it. Okay, Chad wanted me to ping Mr. G444 into this group. Okay. There we go. All right, Django decides to help out the guy that broke him and breaks the bot on White's border. Yeah, Zareki, I don't know, like, I don't think I don't think I hit any buttons that would have accidentally deleted it, but maybe I did, and if so, I apologize. Um, okay. Anyway, thread mystery is resolved. Oh, I didn't mean to open this. All right. So Sanchez was once again broken by Piquete. He continues to guard his +1 instead of his +2, and his +2 continues to get broken. So we'll see if he decides to change tact here. Piquete has a nice 12 stack on the panhandle, on the portal in the panhandle of Texas. That can get just about anywhere on the board it needs to. Yep. Sanchez, happy to trade cards there. We'll see. It looks like the bot's not interested in retaking, decides to hit a purple 3 instead. Looks like Tropical gets to hang on to his +5. He's a few troops behind Sanchez now. Decides to smack the bot. And set up a guard in another spot of his. Whew. All right, so game 1 of round 2, as I'm sure you guys know by this point in the week, is a 70% game with progressive cards. On the United States Advanced map, 70% is 54 territories. So that is all but 23 of the 77 territories that make up the United States Advanced map. That is what these players are playing for, and I'm sure that they won't mind taking bounties along the way if they happen to see a profitable one. Or maybe if they happen to even see a not so profitable one. We will find out shortly. Django finishes removing Piquete from Hawaii and takes that +1. Looks like Piquete decided not to break Sanchez this time. Hey, what's up, Risky? Welcome in. So Sanchez gonna be able to hold his +3. Doesn't seem like anyone's worried about Tropical's +5 that he's got. Sanchez continued to single stack. That 26 stack is the largest single stack on the board. The bot decides to break Tropical. So the bot was worried about Tropical's bonus. And we're going to get our first set here. It looks like the bot must have missed a card at some point. I think I missed that. So Tropical sets for the 4 trade. That could be dicey trying to defend that. That bot is going to set. That bot's likely to set in on 4 cards after everyone else trades. So Tropical might get punished here for getting that 5, for leaving that 5 out. All right, is Piqueta going to resume breaking General Sanchez here? Or is he finally going to go ahead and take a bonus of his own? Should clear the bot completely from that pocket. Yeah, that would certainly help. Sanchez, or sorry, Piquete now has his. Actually, no, that 16 isn't locked, is it? That 16 can go left into the red territory. Sanchez or Piquete's getting really good dice here on these twos. Got perfect dice on the first two, perfect dice on the last one. Only loses one, eliminating 8 troops. And Piquete takes the big West South Central bonus. That is a +7 if he's able to hold that. Yeah, that is probably what White should have done instead of guarding while the bot's on 4 with everyone getting ready to set in here. So it looks like Django's placing in such a way where he's thinking about hitting that 2 in Mississippi. Sets in for the 8. Ooh, does Django want his own big bonus? Nope. He's going to break in such a way that now Piquete's 16 is open to him. Moving that stack over and making sure to connect himself. With these stable portals on, Django is now all in one line. If a player is able to path it perfectly, Django's basically in one line, maybe with one split, but there's no kill guards on the red player. This bot is particularly weak, and Sanchez is pretty strong. If he can get back into the West Coast pocket, he should be able to take the bot bounty here. We'll see if he's looking at that. It doesn't seem like he is. He doesn't seem to be placing for it. Sets in for 10. Gets perfect dice in North Carolina. It looks like he's going to attempt the red kill here. This will be tight. Oh, maybe not the red kill. This does appear to be an attempt on the bot. Smashes that 3. Looks like he has what he needs to finish the bot off. (3v1) gets the 3v1, kills the bot on 4. All right. Sanchez kills green bot. Sets in turn for 12. Worth 3 points. General Sanchez is on the board in round 2. He's also on 50% of this board. Probably could have ran the 70 had he been a bit faster. So the rest of the board is going to have to knock Sanchez down a few territories to get him off 50%. He does not need that many more territories to win this game. Okay, Tropical running through Montana there. Decides he's not interested in breaking. And backs his 3 back up. All right. So Tropical goes to 4, but Paquette is on 70 troops. The next set is worth 15, and he's just under 50% of the board. I don't see how Sanchez doesn't win on his next turn. We're gonna have to see some teamwork here from the other players. Does Piquete try to rein in Sanchez? It looks like he's gonna set on 3 for 15. Hopefully he can do something with that because he just made Sanchez's trade 5 troops stronger. Uh-oh. Piquete going for a kill that's not worth any points. Gonna kill Django here. He's gonna need to win this turn if he wants those bounty points to count. Yep, did not set in turn from that kill. Unfortunately, no points there for Piquete. All right, it makes it back to Sanchez's turn. He's on 80 troops and 4 cards. He could set in for 20. He is going to set in for 20. He's on 100 troops. Does not need that much more of the board. Looks like he's going to go for the tropical kill. How does he get to the 3 in the middle of the board, though? And can he even kill him without just straight up winning? I guess he can take the Montana portal down to Oklahoma to get that 3. Good pathing here so far from Sanchez. He's a little slow. The 90-second clock is helping him out. Yep, needs to portal down there. 8v3. And that is going to set Sanchez in turn. We get the spectate there. Thank you. All right. That was, yeah, Sanchez that got the kill. And then hits a few more troops of Piquete to finish out the 70%. Well played to General Sanchez, taking the win with 2 bounties in game 1. Hey, Tropical, you have premium, right? Would you mind creating the lobby for game 2 and posting the code?
Yeah, it's just classic though, right?
Yep, classic, 70%. Blizzards and fog are off. Portals are unstable.
Classic, 70%.
So scroll down to the modifiers there. There you go.
That one?
That one. And then modifiers.
Okay.
Auto, fixed, automated expert bots. Turn timers on 60 seconds for this game. Turn timers also regular, yep. Alliances are off. I think you have everything else correct. All right.
So just unstable?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and create that lobby and post the game code to the thread if you don't mind. All right, thank you. Sanchez is good but slow, sadly. Oh, he needs a 30-minute break. That's a long break there. "30 minutes is a long break." Okay, he's got a. Apparently, Sanchez has an urgent matter he's got to attend to. If you can wait, good. So you know no pasa nada. Okay. If you can wait, that's fine. If not, don't worry about it. Um. Okay. We'll ask the players. Um. Tropical, Django, and Piquete. Vamos. Seguimos. It's up to you guys. Da, da, da. What's check mark in Spanish? Um, I wish I. Hey, Trop. Uh, just want to make sure you're seeing the thread.
X is for just play the game now.
Yeah, it sounds like
Ooh,
Sanchez
okay.
has an emergency he's got to deal with. He says that if this lobby can wait, then cool. But if it can't wait, then it's not a problem.
Okay. Can we play this round with 3 people? I thought it
You
was
would
like
if
4.
you're gonna need to add a bot if you guys end up voting to keep going.
Okay.
All right, so Django has voted to wait, and the other two have voted to move on. All right.
So it should be 4 then? Or
Yeah,
us
well,
3 and a
it's
bot?
you guys don't have a consensus, so you guys are gonna have to wait.
Oh, really? It's not
Yeah.
majority? Okay.
Yep. One sec.
Bruh.
Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, go ahead and add a bot. We're good to go.
I look good?
Yep.
All right, start.
All right, so we're losing General Sanchez for game two. Apparently, he has an urgent matter to attend to, where he will hopefully be back for game three. Um, and so we're running this game with 3 players and 1 bot. It does look like 2 of the players do not have. Tropical and Django have both expressed. Whoops. Tropical and Django have both expressed that they do not
Not
have
everyone
time to
ready.
wait. Classic. Everything should still be the same. Fixed, 60. Yeah, you're good. All right. Good luck. Okay. All right. We didn't have somebody. All right. Game 2 is away. Let's see here. All right. Django, the red player, is in the first seat. Tropical, the white player, is in the second seat. Piquete, the third player, is in the purple player is in the third seat. Um, and let's see here. The bot is now blue instead of green, and the bot is in the fourth seat. We're playing classic fixed 70% for game 2. This game is worth 20 points. Okay, I could have sworn that I have another group starting in like 15 minutes. I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to confirm one way or another whether that's the case. Yeah, that is the case. Okay. All right, yeah, we have Canada Group 2 starting in 15 minutes, so we'll likely miss the first game of that as this one wraps. But that is where we will be going right after this game. Um, Felice, I know you're gonna help me set up and bot out for game 3 for this match. Would you be able to help me with the scores for game 1 of Canada? Or game 1 of Canada Group 2. I can ping you into that group if you can do that. All right. So far, Django is the only player with a bonus. Tropical has a good spawn for Africa. in an okay spawn for Europe. Where can I take the scores from? Um, have you hosted PRT matches before? It's the same kind of thing. I can ping you into the thread. Um, and then you can just watch the game as one of them screen shares. And then when this round wraps up, I'll be over there and I can take over from you. I should be able to be in there by the time they get to game 2. All right. Piquetta consolidating troops in Western Europe. The bot gonna hit a white 3. Yeah, ping you in there. All right, cool. All right. Piquetta and Tropical so far are not interested in bonuses. Tropical trying to make something happen in Europe. And meanwhile, the bot seems to be interested in Asia. All right. So, Felice, you should be all set up to get Canada Group 4 started. Their game doesn't start for another 10 minutes or so, though. All right, everyone's on 3. Because it's fixed, if you got one of a kind, there's pretty much no reason not to trade. When you have the 10 set, there's pretty much no reason not to trade it if you have it on 3. So Tropical basically giving up Africa. Django can take Africa if he wants. I don't think he'll be likely to hold it uh, due to the bot 4 on Middle East. But it seems like this is shaping up to be a game where they all take +5s and have to deal and finagle the bot in the Middle East. But Piqueta still has not moved his 6 out of Western Europe. That's going to need to go north. It doesn't seem like him or Tropical are willing to hit the bot. I think what you do here if you're Tropical is you threaten that 6 and force Piqueta's 6 to hit the 3 on its way out. Okay, Tropical decides not to threaten it. Gonna single stack in Ukraine. All right, Piqueta not interested in Django having a +3. Decides to break him in South Africa. And is going to remain parked in Western Europe. also remaining parked in South Africa, keeping both of his opponents off a +5 at the expense of his own +5. Meanwhile, the bot decides to set in and finish the Asia take with a 3v1. The bot has Asia. The softest guards are the 2 on Siam and the 2 on Southeast Asia and the 2 in Alaska. Strongest guard is at 7 in Afghanistan. Will the players decide to break the bot, or will they focus on each other too much and allow this bot to collect +7? That's a bit much for a bot, if you ask me. Wow, not completely undeterred, Django decides to slam Piquete's 6, rolls a 7v6 and only loses 2, successfully retakes his Africa bonus, but now has to contend with an unbroken Asia bot, as well as another stack of the player he just slammed on his border. It doesn't look like Tropical has a set on 4. He's holding 2 infantry and 2 horses. Decides to remove Django from Quebec. And is backing up, also not going to do anything about the bot. Alright, so Django and Tropical have both said this bot is not my problem. Does Piquete agree with them that the bot is his problem? Or is he also going to say, I'm fine with the bot getting +7? Tropical, from no set on 4 into infantry trade. No luck there. It looks like Piquete is more interested in breaking Django. Gets perfect dice on the 3. Is he also going to roll the 8v5? Since we're taking risky rolls here. Nope, decides to move back into Southern Europe. The bot gets to hold Asia. +7 for the blue player. Has a massive 11 stack on Middle East. Where's that going? It's not going to Ukraine. Afghanistan's moving into there. Southeast Asia's going to move into Australia. Is Middle East going to slam the 6? It looks like it. Piquete loses another 6 stack. Tropical gets good defensive dice on that 3. Only loses 1. Tropical has a very easy break on the bot. So does Django off the portal. Hey, how's it going, Riedel? Yes. My brother is in this group. Looks like Django is going to retake Africa. Does he also decide to break the bot? Also, if someone can, if he's able to muster enough troops to smack that 9 out of Australia, the Piquete bounty is on the table. And Piquete is sitting on 5 cards. Yeah, it should be an easy kill for white. And it looks like Django is perfectly fine to assist Tropical with that kill if he wants it. Trading 4 for the infantry kill. So Tropical has the Piquete kill, only has to kill 11 troops for 5 cards. He's going for it, needs to portal down to Iceland, gets perfect dice on the bot too. GG's to Piquete. Tropical takes the first bounty of game 2. Unfortunately, he traded all his troops and is stuck with the horse trade here. Can't imagine that that is what he wanted to see, but now it is no longer up to Piquete to break. Tropical decides to break Django. and says the bot is going to break Africa, so I'm not going to break the bot. So Django assisted Tropical with the kill, and this appears to be the thanks he gets. All right, the bot more interested in taking Europe than it is in breaking the red player. Decides not to invade Africa. More interested in taking bonuses than breaking them. So now Django gets a chance to fight back, has a 10 troop advantage, make that a 20 troop advantage with the 10 set. Gonna go all out against white here. Loses 17, goes negative on that roll, but that was catastrophic for Tropical. Does not have enough to finish him off, so Tropical will survive to set. And it looks like in the long term, the bot is going to be friendly to Tropical as opposed to Django. But if these players aren't careful, this bot could win. The bot is on 52% of the board. I'm not sure why he decided to add to Greenland with that 10 set. Looks like he's trying to remove a few territories off the bot and decides to disengage Django. The bot sets in for 10. Tropical really hoping that this bot breaks the remaining human player here. The bot is more interested in taking Australia though. Successfully rolls the 6v3. The bot is now on +9 if he's able to hold all he's got. And now the bot's moving into North Africa, rolls the 4, 12v5, catastrophic for Django. Tropical with the O face. The honestly that O face is the closest thing that we have to the surprised Pikachu emoji meme. um, rubbing it in a little bit there. But the bot does allow Django to hold on to his +2. Django decides that he's had enough of this bot getting +7 a turn, decides to break both of the bonuses, not going to allow the bot to win this game. And is going to steal Australia from the bot. Going to move his operations over to that southeast bonus there. And going to guard the portal flank that he's got. Tropical immediately breaks it. Not interested in letting his opponent get a foothold there, and decides to fortify everything into that bonus. The bot is working on Django here. This appears to be Tropical's game so far. The bot does not break Django. Decides to retake Asia and finish taking Africa. These players need to be careful. This bot is on 61% of the board. All right, Django removes Tropical from everywhere except Australia. Tropical, all he's got is that 15 stack. Does he have a 10 set on 4? No, all he's got is horses. Looks like he's going to take a 5th card. If he's not careful, the bot could just win the game here. He's not interested in going and taking another card. Going to go ahead and set now. And Sid and Siam in Southeast Asia having the bot broken. Looks like the bot decides to finish the 70%. These players did not keep good control over the bot. All right, Felice, we're ready for you over in
Wait, so what happened with that one?
So what happened there is the bot won and is awarded 20 points.
Wait, I got a kill though, right? That counts as points, right? I got third.
That's true. You got 3 points from this game.
I'll take it.
Alrighty. So this game wrapping up just after the hour there, and the bot was victorious. Felice, I know you're in the middle of getting Canada set up, but um, if you can come over here right quick. All right, we have a screen share from Trunk here, so we'll be able to hop into that. All right, we'll see if Sanchez is back. Okay. Sanchez said he needed 30 minutes. That was exactly 30 minutes ago, so. Let's see here. Okay, I'm asking Sanchez how much longer he'll be. Um, all right. Thank you, Felice. Um, do, 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 do. All right. Before this game fires, do you mind cycling through the settings right quick? King Dynasty, World Domination, Progressive Cards, 60 seconds. So if you go down to the bottom, you should be able to cycle through Trop. You should be able to click through.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah,
Also,
keep it right there. Off, off,
also,
off.
shouldn't hey,
Regular.
shouldn't we not have a bot because he's gonna time out, right?
Yeah, we should have no bot.
Yeah, so so that's why I said no
I'll
bot.
ask him to get rid of it. Hang on.
Okay. I was trying to tell him.
Automated. Yeah.
Yeah, because he'll be the bot once he times out, pretty sure. So alright, I'm muting.
Um, it's up to 4 players. That's right. You have 4 additional. Okay, game 3 is away. Unfortunately for Sanchez, I didn't get a we didn't get a response from him on when he'd be back. Um, if he shows up in like the next 5 minutes, though, I'll ask these guys to restart. But if it's longer than that, then probably
Michael,
won't be a
mute.
restart. Um, okay. Let's see here. 7 minutes after. All right, we got Django in the first seat on red. Piquete is now the black player, and the bot is now purple. Da, 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 da. Black player's in the fourth seat. Tropical's once again in the second seat. All right. All right. Felice Bot decides to take 2 bonuses on his first turn. Piquete gonna take the +2 in the top right. Tropical took a bonus, and so did Django. So every player in this game has a bonus. Meanwhile, the bot has 2. Django decides to steal, or at least attempt to steal, one of the bot's bonuses. Fails to do so. Will Tropical break the bot? Tropical trying to think about what he wants to do here. Not interested in breaking the bot. Felice bot gets a +3. And Felice bot retakes his bonus and breaks Django. Django in a rough start here. And Felice bot poised to make sure Felice bot getting positioned to have the bots go 2 out of 3 in this set. We'll see if the players decide to stop that this game, or if they learned their lesson from last game of giving up 20 points to a bot. Piqueta able to hold on to his +2. Not interested in breaking neighbors. Django is left as the sole roadblock to the bots here. Not rolling the 3v1 to try to break the bot. The bot is on 2, and Tropical is unlikely to break, given his history. Tropical enjoying his +4. Has a lot of 5s. Decides to remove a Piquete 4. I can't imagine Piquete is going to be too pleased with that. Meanwhile, Felice gets +9 this turn on +6 total. On +6 from bonuses, +9 total. The bot, of course, predictably breaks Django and is working on, I believe that's the China bonus. What's that called? King Dynasty. The Liang Yang bonus. Yeah. All right. I guess this whole thing is China, wouldn't it? Technically, King Dynasty is one of the Chinese dynasties. But it goes, yeah. Well, I guess it's China plus like Mongolia and part of Russia, it looks like, because it includes territory north of Korea. Anyway, sorry, I'm teaching myself geography here, looking at the map. All right, Piqueta hits a 2. No one is interested in hitting the bot. Fortifies an 8. Django in a really difficult spot here. Unable to break the bot this turn. He could have tried to break the bot last turn, but he's no longer able to this turn. desperately trying to guard. I don't think it's going to work out for him. Tropical once again hits the same territory as last turn. Trying to beef up his border against Piquete. Leaves a 5 of his out to dry. The bot is going to take another bonus by slamming that 5. Oh, nope. Going to go north and break Django again. Going to attempt the steal of the bonus. Perfect dice on the red player from the bot. Django, before the first round of trades, is down to 9 troops. Felice, meanwhile, or Felice bot, meanwhile, is on 43. These players are going to have to work together to beat the bot, or they will lose another victory's worth of points to it. Piquete going to set on 3 here. Going to go for the red bounty, but this doesn't set him in turn. Django killed by Piquete, but once again does not set in turn from it. Unfortunately, Piquete is still on no points. And Piquete also decides to break Tropical. So it doesn't seem like any lessons were learned from the last game. Players are still more interested in hitting each other than they are the bot. Though I suppose the bot is less likely to just outright win this game since it's no longer a 70%. Tropical decides to sit in Piquete's bonus while Piquete is on 5. Felice bot sets in for 6 and is holding most of the board on 18 territories and 3 bonuses. Where does that 20 stack go? Does that hit Tropical's 13? Tropical does have a trade here. Nope, the 20's just going to stay put. Does Piquete have enough to finish off Tropical with this trade? I don't think he does. Eight troops for Piquete. He's going to need some incredible dice if he decides to go for the Tropical kill. If he's to successfully kill Tropical, he's going to need some amazing dice here. Just going to break him and slam his 13 stack. If the purple bot was sentient, he'd be overjoyed at how this game is going. Tropical sets in for 10. Trades one of each instead of 3 of a kind. Does not have as good odds as he would otherwise have. Should run. If he's not going to hit that bot stack, he should run from it. Not many more places to hide on this board, though. Decides to slam Piquete in the positions that the bot was already going to. That 20 is geared up to only slam Tropical now. Getting plus 18 on 21 territories and 4 bonuses. Meanwhile, the sets are not yet at 12. Okay, the bot appears to be going the other way, helping Tropical against Piqueta, aside from that Taiwan 5 slam. And now moving into Tropical's bonuses. Gonna break Tropical's other bonus here. Okay, I don't know what more it's gonna take for these players to start hitting the bot. But it needed to happen 3 turns ago. It certainly needs to happen now. All right, Piquete only interested in taking a card. Not going to break any of the bot. Tropical does not have a set on 3. Tropical needs to hit the bot here, even though his opponent has not. Gets perfect dice on the 3, can run through all the bot's bonuses here. It'll come down to a 3v1 at the end. Successfully breaks all the bot's bonuses. Well played to Tropical. But is it enough? Is it too little too late? Tropical does have a set on 4, but Piquete is a card ahead. Thanks for his earlier elimination of Django. The bot slams a 4 of Piquete's. Piquete's now only has a 10 stack. Does the bot keep the 2 behind him? No. It looks like the bot may have just fed Tropical to Piquete. Piquete's going to have to hit a lot of bot in order to get to those 4 troops all the way on the top left side of the board if he's going to trade here and try for the Tropical kill. He's got 3, 6, 8 troops of bot to hit just to get to the 8. Doesn't look like he has the trade or is choosing not to trade. Does he help his opponent and break the bot? He does not. He's going to hide on that island there. Tropical trading in. Just needs to hit a bot 4. Needs to remember to slider here. Going to move in and go for the Piquete kill. And go into the 1v1 against the bot. 15v11 is not quite 100%, but he gets it. Piquete was on 5 cards. This trade does set him in turn. Tropical with another 3 points. Now, can he win the 1v1 against the bot? Gonna break all of the bot's bonuses. Was able to trade thanks to Piquete's 5 cards. Gonna be on 4 cards after this. But the bot's also on 4 cards. Likely to trade here. Bot sets in for 20. Tropical does not have a set on 4. Can he survive this turn and the next? The bot going to work on taking bonuses here. Looks like the bot's going to end its turn with 3 bonuses. Tropical not super well positioned to break all of those, but is going to have to attempt it. Due to not having a set on 4, it needs to hit as much bot territory as possible. Going to come down to a 5v3 if he wants to break that last bonus. Fails it. Is on 15 territories and 16 troops. Wisely does not fortify his 2 out. The bot needs to kill Tropical here to deny this group yet another game. All right, Tropical was able to survive to set in. Still doesn't have enough troops to kill the bot, but has enough to slowly work it down to a manageable level. We'll see if the bot sets on 3 here. If Tropical ever ends up card blocked by this bot, then they could be in trouble. All right. Tropical not having the best card luck. Was he able to get a set on 3 or a set on 4 this time? He's got it for the 30. Can he clean up Felice bot here? Needs to path it well. Felice bot getting ready to set in. Doesn't quite have enough troops to finish him. Getting okay dice has worked the Felice bot down to 10 troops, but Felice about to trade in for 35. We'll see how much hitting and smacking this bot decides to do. All right, Felice bot takes a bonus. Tropical able to hold on to 2 bonuses. Felice bot is a card ahead. Trop loses 7 on that roll. Tropical once again, no set on 3. Felice bot missed a set last time it was on 4. Unlikely to now.
Pro.
All right, Tropical finishes it out after a long fought 1v1 against Felice Bot. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to Canada Group 2.
I don't remember who got what kills. I know I got Piquet. I don't remember the other one.
Alrighty. Let's see. Purple Bot was killed by Tropical. 1733.